Hi, I'm Anissa, and today we're back in Twisted Wonderland for a storybook adventure. The Nightmare Before Christmas. Twisted thrills versus classic chills. So we'll go over the mirror, we'll go over the guest room, we'll go over the event itself, we'll go over everyone's favorite part, how to get the cards. So here we go. So first of all, this event started on October 13th and it goes until November 9th. So a good long time, but I think we'll want it because I think we have to go through like 5 books. So as of filming this, only part 1 has been released so far. There will be 5 books released over the duration of this event. So book 1, we get Horton, Nightmare Suit. In book 2, we get Ebel, Nightmare Suit. In book 3, we get Azulu, Nightmare Suit. Nightmare Suit. Okay, that's harder to say faster. That's becoming quite the tongue twister, apparently. And then book 4, we will get Veil, Nightmare Suit. And then book 5, we will get Idia, Nightmare Suit. Oh, I'm excited for all of these. These look so cool. Something to keep in mind also with this event, so there are 5 rounds. Yes, 5 rounds of stamp missions. The first one started October 13th and goes until October 17th. The second round starts October 18th and goes until October 23rd. And then round 4 is October 27th. And then round 5 is November 1st. So you want to keep an eye on that. If you want to get everything from the stamp missions, you do want to get everything from the stamp missions, trust me. 2, I can't find where exactly it says they'll release the next books. If they go by tradition, traditionally, they usually release the next books around the next stamp missions. So you want to keep an eye on that if you want to participate in this event all the way through. Also, something to note with these cards, it looks like we get limited time furniture with these cards, no vignette, except for maybe Idia? Maybe because Idia's an SR, not a R card. But it says here that they will have no vignettes. All right, with that out of the way, let's go to the guest room. So actually, before we get too far into the guest room, so it says here that to get the limited time furniture, you need to progress the story. I would just unlock all of the chapters, especially if you're like me and the story is part of the funnest part for you. You want to anyway. Also, too, that's one of the ways that you need to that's also what you'll need to do to get the cards, and I'll go over that in depth later in a minute. And you also have to be right here, room rank 8 at least, to craft limited time furniture. So if you're not room rank 8, you won't be able to get the limited time furniture. Also, what's really nice with this event is if you pull for one of the cards, you can get extra materials for this event. So if you pull for Leona, Nightmare Suit, you can get Halloween Town Cloth, extra of that, and then, oh, I'm never sure how to say his name. His last name's Viper. SSR Viper, Nightmare Suit, you get Halloween Town Clay, extra of that. SSR Zebik, Nightmare Suit, you get stones. SR Riddle, you get not as much as the SSRs, but you still get some. You get Halloween Town Lumber. Trey, Nightmare Suit, Halloween Town Crystals. SRJ, Halloween Town Metal. And then Idia will come. So Idia we can only get, you can't get Idia through the mirror. You can only get SR Idia Nightmare Suit through the story. So you want to keep that in mind if you have your heart set on getting him. Same with Azulu for this event, Vil for this event, and Epel for this event, and Horton for this event. But if you do use him in the Crafter's Gauntlet, you get extra, not as much as the SSR cards, but you still get some Halloween Town magic paint, which is really nice because the paint, I think, is what you'll need the most. All right, let's see what we've unlocked in the guest room. So we only have book 1, so we probably don't have tons of furniture unlocked yet. You'll want to keep your eye out on the guest room if the limited time furniture is some of your favorite parts of the game. So you'll want to keep your eye on the guest room, because most of the time to get the limited time furniture, you have to clear the whole entire story to get all of the limited time furniture. Here we go. All right, here's our first one. So we have this here, and the Halloween tree. It looks like too, if you have extra paint from the last event, you can't earn this paint, but if you have leftovers of this paint, you can craft the limited time furniture from that event. Same here, it looks like. Here we go. Here's some. So Nightmare Suit Tray, and this is limited. Same here, Nightmare Suit Riddle. Nightmare Suit Zebik. Nightmare Suit Viper. Nightmare Suit Leona. And that looks like that's it. And they are limited. So keep that in mind. They are limited. Alright, that looks like that's it for now. But like I said, you'll want to keep an eye on it if you have your heart set on getting all of the limited time furniture for this event. They tend to keep a bunch of the furniture behind the story, so you want to unlock the story and then you can unlock the unlimited time furniture as long as your room break 8. Something we should go over that I forgot until I went into this page. Let's go over the missions. So right here, missions. Right here, we have missions, and you'll want these missions, especially to get the gems, to always getting items like these. The blooming honey and the secret snacks are always useful, so highly suggest getting those. All right, let's go into here. All right, the stamp missions. So you want to clear the stamp missions if you're not sure why you want to do that, because you get these jack-o'-lanterns. So these are a currency in the game, and I'll go over that in a minute. But you'll need these to buy things in the shop, so you'll definitely want to clear the stamp missions. Also too, again, if the guest room is one of your favorite parts, you'll want these. These come in handy. You'll want them. And then too, for especially events like this, you want these shards a lot, and I'll get into more why later. So you'll definitely want to clear that and get those. And then you always want gems, and you always want keys, trust me. All right, let's get into the event itself. This event is very unusual. So usually they have 2 currencies. Usually they'll have a currency that you have to use to unlock the story, and then also maybe to use on cards for their spell levels. And then they'll have a second currency that you can use in the shop. With this one, they only have 1 currency, and that's the jack-o'-lanterns. And the jack-o'-lanterns you can only earn through, I think, clearing the story or clearing the stamp missions, or maybe it's only through the stamp missions and then maybe the story. Oh no, I don't remember. It's something like that, or both. Something like that. Sorry, I should have been paying more attention, and I can't find it on the wiki. I was trying to hurry and get through this as soon as I could to help you guys out and get this out. So down here, this little treasure chest, we click on it. This is really helpful. It helps you keep track of the items for this event. So that really comes in handy. So instead of a currency that you'll have to earn to unlock the story, so what you actually have to do, so up here, I wish I would have saved it. I was planning on it, but I thought for some reason, and I should have read more before getting started, that we would get book 2. We only have book 1. So up here, see where it says book 1, Nightmare Introduction. So there will be a button, and it will be lessons. You'll want to click on that button and have it take you to lessons. And so you'll want to take as many lessons as it requires, and to double check to make sure it's the lessons that they want you to take. So if they want you to take flight lessons, make sure you take flight lessons. Don't be like me and ignore that and waste a bunch of your precious time and shards on say like, well, probably like what I would do, alchemy lessons. So make sure you're doing the right lessons. So far, it didn't seem to care what lessons I took for book 1, but I would highly suggest keeping an eye on that for this event. So then after taking so many lessons, then you can unlock the story. So that's why you'll want the shards, because this event is going to probably eat your shards alive. All right, let's get into everyone's favorite part, the cards. All right, so the good news for this event is that we don't have to worry about a currency to level up the spell levels, which is great. And I believe just to get the cards, according to what I could find, and that was on the wiki. So we get 5 cards for this event, and I went over that at the beginning of this video, so you can rewind if you'd like. So according to the wiki, all you have to do, so to get Horton Nightmare Suit, it says here, joins the player's roster after clearing book 1, chapter 13, and then Ethel Nightmare Suit joins the player's roster after clearing book 2, chapter 22. A Zulu Nightmare Suit joins the player's roster after clearing book 3, chapter 20. Bill Nightmare Suit joins the player's roster after clearing book 4, chapter 13. And then Idia Nightmare Suit joins the player's roster after clearing book 5, chapter 16. So according to the wiki, that's the only thing you need to do to get them to be permanently in your roster. However, though, let's go over a very important detail. So in the shop right here, so actually a couple things now that I think about it. So if you want duplicate cards of whatever card from this event that's released through the story, you have to clear the story to get them to show up in the shop. And actually keep your eye on the shop. More things will be added to the shop as you clear the story, so you'll want to keep an eye on that. But the most important item here is this item here, Nightmare Suit, that you'll need to use to groovify the cards that were released with this event. So Nightmare Suit, Horton, Ethel, Azulu, Phil, and Idia. They all need this item here to groovify. You want to groovify your cards. It makes them so much stronger. So make sure you get this before it leaves, because once this event leaves, this item leaves too, and then you will not be able to groovify your cards after this event is over. The cards that come with this event. So make sure you get this item, because if you have your heart set on one of these cards to use after this event is over, you won't be able to have it be as strong as you need it without this item here. So make sure you get it if you have your heart set on all that. So nothing really fancy as of now with this event, other than this item here. I always tell everyone you want this item here. This item is about as hard, if not harder, to get than tenfold keys. So you'll want this item here. So what this item is here is Awakening Perfume, which uncaps your SSR card, so you want it. By the way, if you're somewhat new to Twisted Wonderland, I actually have a cards guide on my channel that makes it really easy to understand the cards for a beginner. So you can check that out after you're done watching this one. Oh, too, so we're getting extra rewards in the lessons. That's really nice as well for this event. So, oh, the mirror. I forgot about the mirror. Let's go over the mirror. All right, so in the mirror right now, we have Leona and Riddle Nightmare Suits. Well, so they came October 13th and are leaving October 22nd. And then from October 23rd to October 31st, we will get Viper Nightmare Suit and Jade. And then we will get from November 1st to November 9th, Nightmare Suit Zebik and Trey. So if you have your heart set on any of these cards, you'll want to keep an eye on the mirror so you don't miss out on the character that you have your heart set on. So I have to say, the artwork, how they've changed the artwork a little bit. If you look closely, the artwork's a little bit different on Horton. It's so cool. I think it's so cool. makes this event really unique that they've even switched up the artwork, so you will not want to miss out on this event. All right, comment below. So, which character do you need from this event? And also, are you as excited for the anime that's being released soon at the end of this month? I just saw, I don't know when exactly it was posted, but we're getting an English dub for it. I didn't think that was gonna happen. Personally, I love the Japanese actors for this game, so I was planning on, and I still might even watch it in Japanese, but there's an English dub for the anime in English, and it looks awesome. So comment below if you're excited for that too. I'm really intrigued by the anime, so it'll be interesting to see what they do with the anime. All right, so if you love this, like I mentioned earlier, you'll love my cards guide. It's very easy to understand. It's totally for a beginner. So if you love this, you'll love that. See you over there.